Hey, is this bad? I was watching last night when I was ignoring my wife being a fucking child myself. And they were interviewing these homeless people who have like no place to go and all of that type of stuff. And they were just saying, we sit here and we see people shopping for Christmas. And, I'm thinking like, I wish I had a family. I wish I had somewhere to go. And it was making me feel bad. But, I just wish one time they just interviewed just the lazy homeless person who was just like, I just never liked having a job. And one thing came to another, and I ended up out here, and, kind of sucks in the winter, but overall it's not bad. For as much as I wear the same pants every fucking day, I can take a nap whenever I want to. I don't have anybody telling me what to do, right? I'm eating, drinking, I'm fucking hanging out, just sort of existing. It's still got to suck. I think it'd be better to be homeless out in the woods. At least you're enjoying nature, right? If I was fucking homeless, I'd be homeless down near like a ballpark. Now, where can you take a shower? The big thing is you got to take a shower. What'd be awesome is if you knew someplace where you could shower and a place where you could steal new clothes every 4 to 5 days. And then you could just sort of walk around and just not have a fucking job. Sleep outside. You get used to it after a while. I mean, when you really think about it, as much as they're homeless, aren't they just sort of cavemen in the modern day? I mean, we fucking slept outside back in the day. Native Americans slept in teepees. You had a little bit of shelter. You can't tell me like a box isn't in the same family tree as far as shelter. It's lower than a teepee or a fucking cave. Like when they do the coaches like tree, like I was telling you, where Paul Brown in his coaching tree was Don Shula, Bill Walsh, Chuck Noll, Bud Grant. Like say like the cave, you got the cave. And the family tree off of that's got to be the fucking teepee, the wigwam, the cardboard box, refrigerator with no door on it, right? That'd be an interesting series, The Upside of Being Homeless. I think it's even better if you're like just, if you're sort of a booze hound, I don't mean like just like killing yourself. I just mean like shit-faced. Like every day you drink like you're going to a game and you just get fucking hammered, right? And you're just sort of hanging out on the street. I'm sorry, people. I'm trying to, this podcast started out so negative. I figured I'd take something negative and maybe put a little sunshine on it. Like I tell you, who's crushing it? People who are homeless in Santa Monica. You're literally homeless where people vacation, or like Marina Del Rey. Just walking around looking for a boat nobody's been on in a minute, right? You curl up on the deck, just laying there. Arr, matey. All right, maybe it does suck. I think it would just get exhausting after a while because I've locked myself out of the house, a couple of times. More times than I would like to admit. And I got to tell you, just sitting around outside is it's fucking exhausting. It's probably why cavemen were never fat. A lot of people think it's because they didn't eat as much, but it was just that exhausting, the stress of not having a door that you could just fucking close and lock and know that nothing was going to come along and eat you. I think that stress alone. Did I just invent a new diet? Hi, everybody. This is Bill Burr. I have a new diet for you. It's called the Remove Your Front Door and Go to Sleep at Night diet. You'll wake up every 8 seconds, and the stress of it, there's got to be something in there. You throw in yogurt and just say probiotic, You ever wonder why our ancestors were in such great shape? It's because they were in fear for their lives 24/7. Even when they were sleeping, their metabolism was still going because at any second they realized that they might have to outrun a wildebeest. Right? If we could just somehow get back to that. 3 days a week, if you just removed your front door and went and fell asleep on the couch closest to the front door. You know what that reminds me of? I remember one time I met this shady chick on the road and we fucking hooked up and it seemed everything was cool at first. And then like she started telling her story, you start steering the conversation towards sex. You know what I mean? Just shit you do in your 20s. You don't have any game. And she started telling me how, Yeah, but oh God, I'm going back so far. When you talk to a woman, right? You start talking to them about sex, okay, and they're open to it. And you ever had that experience where you're like, oh yeah, here we go, it's all set, and then it just passes that tipping point to be like, all right, well, I got, obviously going to wear a condom. It's not that bad. All the way to the point of like, holy fuck, all right, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. This was a bad idea. That's what happened with this person. Was open and was discussing things. And I don't know how we went from, hey, I think you're kind of cute, you want to hang out, to her telling me that she hosted a sex party. And I was like, I'm sorry, what did you say? She goes, I hosted a sex party. And she said, I said, what's a sex party? And she goes, well, you rent out all the rooms on the same hotel floor, and then everybody just leaves their doors open and people just walk around going in and out of each room, and you just fuck whoever's in there. So at that point, I decided that, all right, I don't know if I have the level of protection. I don't know if they make a condom for that. So, we did things that there was no way that you could catch anything, is basically it. And then I didn't know how to get her out of there. So we fucking fell asleep. And this is when I was really introverted and didn't know how to say what the fuck I was thinking. I remember she was sleeping on the right side of the bed, and it just so happened my watch was on that side nightstand, and I was on the other side of the bed. And I swear to God, I woke up like 58 times that night. Just kept getting up, looking, seeing her there, and making sure the watch was there, rather than just being like, listen, can you just get the fuck out? I wouldn't say if you get the fuck out of here. But I bet I lost a lot of weight that night.